Things change you in life. Things change me in life. Life is all about change. And I find that our interests change us before we realize how they will. And life is all about growing and moving towards a better you. Sometimes what interests us doesn't make us better, which is an interesting thing to think about, but that's not necessarily what I'm trying to talk about today. Today, I want to mention a couple things to you guys about YouTube and how it's changed me. Yours truly, truly salty. Welcome to the Salty Podcast. I find that now that I'm into YouTube and I've got a following of sorts, hopefully that following grows because I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I always say this, if it wasn't for you guys, I would just be some idiot in my room doing random stuff. But thanks to you guys, what I'm doing is a little bit official, a little bit important, and you guys make it all worth it. But it takes effort to do what I do. I'm not gonna say I work super duper hard, but it takes effort and it takes drive, because I mean, it takes enough effort to the point of if this wasn't worth it, I wouldn't do it. There's a noticeable effort that goes into what I do. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but today's episode is about me, so don't get anything confused. This is not me gloating, this is just me talking about how YouTube has changed me. It hasn't necessarily made me worse, that's for sure. But I find, now that I've started this podcast, just little topics in life, I'll have a conversation with someone, and I will think, hey, too bad I'm not recording this right now, because this is a good conversation for the podcast. Or I'll be gaming, and I'll have a really good moment, and I'll say, crap, if only I was recording, because that was a really sick play I just did. So it's really interesting. I'm always thinking about you guys, I'm always thinking about content, I'm always thinking about what stuff I have to produce for you guys, and it's so exciting. I really love it, it's really fun. It's the greatest thing when I get a comment on a video, hey, loved the video, I've been waiting so long for this. Or LOL, you know, it was really funny when you did whatever, blah blah blah, whatever. Your comments mean a lot. Some of my videos don't have any comments on them. That kind of makes me sad. But I understand some of what I do is just not that impressive. I'm working on that, trust me. That's why I try to collab with really interesting people. I do my best whenever I'm recording. I do my best to play at the top of my game. And with this episode comes the obvious. I've gotten questions, and even if people haven't asked me, I know the question is out there. It's one of the most asked questions on YouTube. What do you do if you're trying to start a YouTube channel? I don't want to brag, but a couple of my subscribers have started channels because of me. They saw I did YouTube, they subscribed to me, they liked my content, then they tried to more or less emulate me, I guess, and they started a YouTube channel of their own. Hey, that's cool. I'm glad to be a part of that. So, you guys haven't really said anything in the comments yet, but I'm just gonna give a few tips for people who are trying to start a YouTube channel. I am by no means the best example of this, and you can find other YouTubers who have a lot better advice, but let's be honest, as I always say, you're listening to this podcast for a reason, and I appreciate that, but you're here for my opinion, and so I'm gonna give it. Tips for new people. One tip is, do not go into YouTube expecting fame. Do it because you love it, put effort into it, do as best as you can, and just go with it. Do not expect for it to be a career, do not expect to make a dime off of it. Because if you're going into it for money, if you're going into it because you see other people succeeding, That's a very, very, very bad motivator. You need to be in this YouTube game because you want to, because you love interacting with other people, and because you love producing quality content. That's why you need to be in this. Do not go into it because you think you're going to make a career out of it. That's a very bad way to start out. I'm doing this because I love it, and who knows if I'll ever make a dime. I have made no money off of YouTube yet. Just keep your perspective very realistic. Stay passionate. It's not always going to be easy. You're going to go long stretches without any subscribers. At the very start, you're not going to get many views. I mean, look at me, I'm still not getting a ton of views compared to some other people, everything is relative, but in the big scheme of things, I'm not getting like any views at all, honestly. But the views and comments and likes and subscribers that I do get are that much sweeter, I think. I don't want to get to the point of having someone subscribe and not get excited about it. I love it when someone says, "Hey, I subbed to you, Truly Salty. I love your videos." It's the coolest thing in the world to know that you're spending some of your free time listening to me. It's really humbling, and I love you guys. A third tip for new YouTubers. I'm trying to think. I didn't plan this podcast, I just kind of went into it. It's something I care about. Have a regular upload schedule. I guess it's kind of common sense, but make sure you upload one video a day or one video every other day. Whenever I don't upload a video, that means I'm just ultra busy, but I do my best to upload one video a day. Now, some people, it takes them really long to edit their videos, so they upload like one video a week. That's okay for a YouTuber with a following under their belt and they're like already making some cash, so they can afford to maybe upload one video a week, but no less than that. You guys should, especially for people who are just starting out, you should upload one video a day or one video every other day, worst case scenario. Excuse me. And make sure the videos, I learned this kind of the hard way, make sure the videos are like 10 minutes long, 15 minutes maximum. Some of my videos are a little bit longer than that, but when I started, I didn't understand that concept, so I would just play Blacklight for like an hour and then just upload that. That's not necessarily the greatest thing in the world. People don't usually want to sit around for an hour. Sometimes it just depends on the video. So make sure it's like a 10-15 minute video. Just depends on what you're doing, I guess. Take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I am by no means perfect. But I'm trying, and you guys seem to like what I'm doing, so I've gotten multiple compliments on this podcast. I hope you're enjoying it, because I am. This is so fun. It's so good. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.
This has been the Salty Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.